Greetings, Grand Rising, beautiful people. Today, I was called to get on here and talk about this topic and actually specifically ask you this question. First and foremost, I know you guys are doing well and growing every single day. Through every challenge or lesson, if you want to call it, life throws at you. But the question is, are you living in your highest timeline? Are you on the path to fulfilling your purpose on why you're here in this lifetime? They gave you a lifetime, so are you fulfilling that purpose? So I'm just like, that made me really reflect and think when that came into my head, what I was doing in the moment when it did, right? And I realized that I wasn't. And then I knew after the answer I had in my head, I knew I had to change. And when I tell you, I'm so glad that I made that change for myself, it rewarded me with more abundance than I could even think of thinking about. So I want to ask you guys to come on here to initiate that thought process. Are you living in your highest timeline? And what does that look like for you? What is the first thing that pops into your head when you think about living in your highest timeline? Is it the emotion of happiness, that energy in motion, that blissful feeling, that happy feeling? Happy feeling. You know that song. If you know, you know. Joy, positivity, high frequency, high emotions. And what really makes you happy is how you know and fulfill your purpose in this lifetime, and what comes easy, what makes you feel these high frequency emotions and consistently doing that action and making that your main thing, because that is your gift that you were given in this lifetime and that you probably had in other lifetimes before, is something that will make you align with your highest timeline. And when I realized how creative and how passionate and easygoing and flowing with my creativity is, I realized that these are my gifts that I had from past lifetimes. These are what are making me vibrate at a very high frequency. These things are making me realize and reflect the people around me. These things are making me realize that I need to reevaluate where I am now and how to sustain that happiness, that blissful feeling, that easygoing, that flow state of what feels right, because that is aligned to my highest timeline. And after I did my 4-day fast, y'all, that was clearer than ever. Crystal clear, transparent, nothing opaque. Okay? So when you take the matters in your own hands and control your own reality in effect of realizing what makes you happy, what makes you feel blissful, what makes you keep vibrating at a high frequency, that is your purpose. That is your alignment. That is your segue to your highest timeline. And you probably be like, that's interesting, right? And I thought it was interesting too, but there's definitely going to be some chaos before, the calming effect. But when you take a step back and realize that this is your life, this is your lifetime, and at the end of it all, no one's going to be in that casket with you after you ascend, right? So the only thing that really matters is what you think about yourself. What makes you happy? What fulfills you? And what gifts did God give you? Even though you're a God or a goddess watching this, since you are those things, you have gifts about yourself that you have to discover, or if you discover them, this is your key to abundance. This is your key to your highest timeline in this lifetime. And don't ignore that, because you do not want to be a slave to society, okay? But they really wanted me to come on here to initiate the thought process for you guys watching this. Also, sidebar, thank you. I'm grateful and thankful for you tapping or clicking on this video, because really I want you guys to think, even meditate on this. Take a moment and eliminate all distractions after you watch this video and really ask yourself, are you living at your highest timeline? Are you really happy? Are you doing things that make you happy? Things that are making you vibrate at a high frequency, things that you know that come easy because you know you're supposed to be doing it. And if things are very forceful or very hard, and things that make you sad and want you to just make you, I guess, just want to get it done, get it over with, every time you do it, ooh, that was a sign, then you should not be doing it. That is not your highest timeline. You are compromising your soul. Don't do that. Never compromise yourself. You are enough to ascend to your highest timeline. If you're seeing this video, you are ready to ascend. If you are not yet, bro, whatever decision you make and you know it's the best decision for yourself, forget the aftermath, the chaos. It will be worth it after you go through it. Trust me. Living at your highest timeline is the best decision you could ever make in this lifetime, in infinite lifetimes. So, again, I'm going to ask you guys, are you living in your highest timeline in this lifetime? Okay, it didn't feel like I was talking for 7 minutes, but I was. So, beautiful people and reflections of me, truly think about this, okay? And don't second guess your answer, because that first answer, that gut feeling, is the answer, okay? This is serious, because I'm serious about you guys. Y'all are a reflection of me, and I want every reflection to be beautiful in its own way, in its own perspective, okay? Okay. Peace and love, y'all. Sending love always y'all way, and you got this. You're gonna figure it out. Don't waste this lifetime, okay?